This is a recast of the 6,000-word piece, GPT, Generative Pretrained Transformer, from Generative AI. This article is about the Generative Pretrained Transformer algorithm and its potential applications across various industries, as well as the ethical considerations of its use. Let's listen in.
In the world of natural language processing, Generative Pretrained Transformers, or GPT, is an algorithm that has gained a lot of attention in the tech industry and academic circles alike. GPT is an AI-based language model that trains an artificial neural network from large corpora of text data. This type of unsupervised learning allows the machine to generate natural language responses that are often indistinguishable from those produced by humans.
The history of GPT began in 2017 when OpenAI, a research company, released GPT-1, which was the first version of the model. This version was an important breakthrough in the field of natural language processing, as it was able to generate coherent human-like sentences from input text. Since then, OpenAI has released two more versions with larger architectures, GPT-2 and GPT-3.
And GPT-3 is quite impressive indeed. It has a massive neural network consisting of 175 billion parameters, allowing it to generate text in various forms, including articles, essays, scripts, and even poems. It's even capable of understanding human language better than any other language model and responding to complex queries.
So it's clear that GPT has significant potential in various applications. For example, it can be used to streamline the process of content creation and reduce time and costs associated with developing high-quality content. It can also help with tasks such as machine translation, summarization, and conversational agents. With its ability to significantly improve the efficiency and quality of language processing, GPT remains a rapidly evolving technology that could transform the field of natural language processing.
Of course, as with any technology, there are some concerns about misuse and potential malicious actors. But with proper guidelines in place and adequate security measures taken, GPT can be a powerful tool for many different sectors.
Right. Let's dive into what GPT actually is. GPT stands for Generative Pretrained Transformer. It's a type of deep neural network model that utilizes a combination of unsupervised and supervised learning techniques to learn from large amounts of text data. The transformer architecture allows for efficient processing of the input text, which is why GPT is able to generate coherent and high-quality text with accuracy.
GPT models are continually improving as they are trained on more source data, and researchers are actively exploring its potential applications in various industries such as healthcare, finance, entertainment, and more. That means GPT can be considered a breakthrough technology that has refined our understanding of machine learning, specifically deep learning.
So how does GPT actually work? The transformer architecture is based on the idea that a sequence of inputs can be processed all at once, rather than one by one, as in traditional recurrent neural networks. This faster processing also allows for much longer sequences of text. Essentially, GPT is pre-trained on large amounts of data to learn the patterns and structures of language, so it can generate human-like text accurately.
So what are some of the case studies of GPT usage? In the healthcare industry, it has been used to generate text responses to patient concerns, resulting in more efficient communication between patients and medical professionals. In the finance industry, GPT-3 has been used to predict stock market trends, providing traders with valuable insights for making informed investment decisions. And in the entertainment industry, GPT-2 has been used to write scripts for films and television shows.
Clearly, GPT is an effective tool with enormous potential across various industries. But there are certain risks that must be taken into consideration when deploying it, such as perpetuating bias and spreading misinformation. That means it's important for developers and users of GPTs to continually evaluate their models and consider ethical implications in their deployment.
So no matter the industry, it's clear that GPT can revolutionize the way we interact with machines. But like any technology advancement, it should be approached with caution and consideration of ethical implications.
Turning our attention to the advantages of GPT technology, GPT models are able to generate natural language text with context in mind, which is essential for applications like automated writing and content generation. Additionally, GPT models are able to continually learn and improve over time. This means that GPT has the potential to become even more accurate and valuable over time, making it an important tool for natural language processing in a variety of industries and applications.
It's also worth noting that GPT models are able to understand and generate natural language text. This is particularly useful for applications such as chatbots, virtual assistants, and sentiment analysis. As the model is pre-trained on a large corpus of text, it is able to learn the intricacies of natural language and produce more accurate results.
On the other hand, there are some notable drawbacks to GPT technology that must be taken into account. Primarily, these models require vast amounts of computational power and data to run efficiently, which can be a challenge for smaller companies or individuals without access to the necessary resources. Additionally, the reliance on large amounts of data to train these models can also pose privacy concerns, as it may contain sensitive information that could be vulnerable to cyber attacks or other malicious activities.
Finally, it's worth mentioning that GPT models may struggle to accurately capture the nuances of human language. This is particularly an issue in situations where sarcasm, irony, or other forms of indirect communication are used. As such, while GPT technology is incredibly powerful and versatile, it's important to weigh its advantages and disadvantages carefully before deploying it in any given application or context.
To sum up our discussion today, GPT technology has enormous potential across industries for natural language processing, but there are risks involved when deploying it. It requires huge amounts of computational power and data, and there are concerns about perpetuating bias and spreading misinformation. It's important for developers to take these ethical implications into account when considering the implementation and use of GPT models.
And do not forget the potential of GPT-3 to be applied to image and video processing, as well as speech recognition. It is being used in various applications such as virtual assistants, customer service, image enhancement, and video compression.
It's also worth noting that despite all of the potential benefits of GPT technology, there are still challenges to be addressed, such as its tendency to introduce bias and codify stereotypes. Therefore, researchers continue to work towards improving the accuracy and efficiency of NLP systems.
In the article, we read about the use of GPT in text summarization, which is a type of natural language processing task that involves generating a shorter version of an existing piece of text. There are two types of summarization: extractive and abstractive. Extractive summarization involves selecting the most relevant sentences from the original text, while abstractive summarization attempts to generate new sentences that convey the same meaning as the original ones in a more concise way.
The article also outlines the challenges associated with GPT-3. One of these is the potential for biased language output, which can be attributed to the model's training data, which is sourced from the internet and may reflect societal prejudices and biases. To address this issue, some researchers have proposed methods for debiasing GPT-3 outputs. One approach involves training the model on more diverse and inclusive datasets, while another is to fine-tune the model on specific tasks while also incorporating bias-correcting techniques.
Looking to the future of GPT, one of the most promising areas of advancement is in its ability to incorporate more knowledge and reasoning into its responses. Currently, GPT relies heavily on patterns and repetition in text, but researchers are experimenting with new techniques to improve its knowledge and reasoning abilities by incorporating structured knowledge graphs and logical rules. As the size and complexity of GPT models continue to grow, there is also potential for GPT to create more realistic and sophisticated language generation.
Finally, we read about the innovations in GPT that have made a significant impact on natural language processing. Early innovations such as unsupervised pretraining and self-attention mechanisms allowed GPT to learn from large amounts of unlabeled text data and attend to relevant parts of the input sequence when making predictions. The release of GPT-2 and GPT-3 further pushed the boundaries of what is possible for natural language processing models, leading to its use in a range of applications.
As with any technology, GPT models are not without their ethical concerns. One significant concern is the potential use of GPT technology to generate fake content or spread disinformation. Additionally, the lack of transparency and interpretability of GPT models could be problematic in certain fields, such as healthcare. Therefore, it is important to ensure that GPT is used responsibly and for the benefit of society, which requires a collaborative effort from researchers, industry leaders, and policymakers.
Ultimately, GPT has revolutionized the field of natural language processing and has the potential to contribute to the development of more intelligent and creative technologies that can accurately comprehend and produce human-like language. As AI technology continues to rapidly evolve, it is important to stay informed about the potential benefits and risks associated with its use and to take steps to ensure that GPT technology is developed and utilized responsibly.